Our guest today does not require much introduction. He is described by many as the chairman, the entrepreneur, the leading industrialist, the prominent businessman, the business tycoon, and is also described as one of the richest and most powerful people in Africa. He's also made most of his wealth in Africa and is an enthusiast of investing in Africa. He employs tens of thousands of people and is associated with companies like the Centum Group, DHL, the Coca-Cola, Bayer East Africa, the Capital FM, and many others. He recently won notable awards. For example, 2015 Africa CEO of the Year, 2017 Distinguished Africa Impact Leader of the Year. His influence transcends beyond Africa to the globe, and he sits in the Harvard Global Advisory Council. He was also honored in 2015 by France and was given an honorary award, the France Legion of Honor Award. Please join me as we engage in a very intense conversation with Dr. Chris Kirubi as he explains to us how he has been successful over the years in this program. My name is Pius Mugo, the Managing Director of Nabo Capital, and you're watching Invest in Africa. So, Dr. Kirubi, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Pius.
It's great to see you. It's great to feel your strength.
Yes.
Yeah?
Right.
Amazing. And, Dr. Kirubi, I've been very honored to work with you over the last 14 years. And for me, from the first day that I met you, the thing that has stood out for me is your insatiable hunger to succeed. You just never get satisfied. Your unparalleled work ethic. And I remember one statement that you've always told me, Pius, my work is my holiday. So when you're going on holiday, it's always a sad time because you're wondering, why is everybody else going on holiday? Yet your work is your holiday. And you absolutely love what you do. Those are the things that really strike me. And when I just think about the last 14 years, I would like to summarize my lesson into 3 words: the billionaire's mindset. And what you have taught me is that success is not a destination. It is a mindset. It is a way of life. So Dr. Kirubi, a lot of people out there who are watching this, they have known you when you're wealthy. And I was just imagining, no one was born wealthy. Growing up, what could possibly have triggered such passion to succeed?
Pius, life can be what you want. You can be wealthy if you choose to be wealthy, and you can be poor if you choose to be poor. And most people are poor because they've never decided to be wealthy. And therefore, everybody must have a mindset of what the life they want to lead. And as far as I'm concerned, I was born very poor. Very poor indeed, that I had no home, I had no money for school fees, so everything was paid for me by charity organizations and people who took pity on me. And therefore, after that, I decided I will not bring up kids that will go through the life I've led. And that's what made me decide to work very hard. And as far as I'm concerned, work does not kill, but it pays. And therefore, I work very hard. As you said, I always see my workplace as my holiday place. That's the place I enjoy most being at.
Yes.
If I'm away from work, even for a few days, I get jittery, I get uncomfortable, and I want to get back to work.
Yeah.
So luckily enough, we have things called mobiles today, and mine never leaves my hand. So I try to keep up with my business.
Yeah.
So to me, it's not a surprise that maybe I'm doing better than many other people.
Yes.
Simply because of my positive mind, my attitude, and my deciding that I'm not going to go backward. I will only go forward.
Yeah.
I come from the very backward, poor people. I have only one option. If I want to change my life, move forward.
Move forward.
Yes.
Yes. So, Dr. Kirubi, it is very clear you were not born with a silver spoon.
No.
And you have done many deals. When you reflect, which deal would you consider to have been your breakthrough deal?
I personally think my breakthrough deal is when I decided to start investing in Centum business. It was then known as ICDC, ICDC Investment. And it was a company that nobody wanted to get there. Nobody wanted to put their shilling over there because it wasn't performing at all. And when I analyzed this company, I realized it's a sleeping giant. And therefore, I decided very, very positively that I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to invest in this company.
Yeah.
So after investing quite a few of my money, my friends came to me to check whether I was okay. Why the hell are you investing in a dead company?
Yes.
Can we show you where you should be investing in?
Yes.
BAT, breweries, those kind of things. And I told them, no, I think this company which is sleeping is a sleeping lion. One day it will wake up. And by the way, it's taken me many years for it to wake up.
Yes.
But it has woken up with a bang.
Yes.
And to me, I could not have invested anywhere else better.
Yeah.
And equally, my old people who have invested in Centum, which was ICDC, they are now old people in the rural areas.
Yes.
Because the shares were sold to the local people, because the president then, Jomo Kenyatta, wanted Africans to own a share of the cake of the economy.
Yes.
And to be honest, these people have never sold their share. They don't sell, they don't buy more, they just keep this shareholding. Some of them don't even know where their certificates are. And we people who invest in Centum or invested in Centum many years ago in 70s are very passionate about it. It was a business with a meaning.
Yeah.
That an African should wake up and invest in his country.
Yeah.
And that is where I started the feeling that if I want to invest, I must invest in Africa.
Yeah.
It was a very difficult time. There was control of currency. There was very poor performance out there in the market. You remember the days of President Moi. And I never lost faith. Funny.
Yeah.
I never lost faith. I continue to invest up to today. I continue to invest.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I never see any other business better than that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Dr. Kirubi, Centum is one of your investments. In fact, I was just looking at the market cap of Centum before I came. It's now valued at 30 billion shillings. And you own 30%. That's about 10 billion shillings of your money is locked in this company called Centum. And Centum has taken a bet on Africa. And you've also invested in other companies that you've mentioned, are also very African, local brands. So you have clearly taken a bet on Africa, and it would be interesting to hear what has been your experience investing in Africa, the highs and the lows, for the sake of the audience that are watching this and they would love to learn from your experiences.
I personally would like to ask my colleagues in Africa, people who live in Africa, that Africa is the unknown quantity. It is the hidden jewel. And I don't think there is anywhere else you could invest and make the returns that you make in Africa. If I'm in New York exchange, if the revenue changes by 0.5, it's big news.
Yes.
Here it changes by 20%, 30%.
Yes.
So you can't compare.
Yes.
And I therefore would like to ask my colleagues who are lucky to watch this video that the only place to invest is in Africa. It may take some time for you to realize your values, but invest in Africa. That's the only place that can make you wealthy because it's unexploited yet.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kirubi. I think the message is very clear. The best place to invest today is in Africa, and all you need is to be patient. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this conversation. My name is Pius Mugo, the Managing Director of Nabo Capital, and you're watching Invest in Africa.